This is Cassie Grizzard. Support NIL at Virginia Tech by subscribing to TriumphNIL.com today.
Honored that I can be up here and talk to him this way. I mean, I'm proud of him tremendously, but I'm proud of him. He's earned this spot, and but it gives me a chance. I tell him all the time how much I love him and care about him, but he is doing a tremendous job. He's a great leader for us. So, well,
let me say this. I wouldn't be the head coach of Virginia Tech if it wasn't the influence of guys like Bud. 3 years. Some of the most impactful years of my career under Bud. And Charlie and those guys, just a great experience for a young coach in how to treat people, coach your players on and off the field, mentality, defensive fundamentals. I learned so much in my time here, and I'm very thankful for it and appreciative of Coach Foster.
Well, thank you. I know you got a lot going on. You got recruits, you got families. You got, I mean, this day is as long a day as you'll probably have, even counting the season. But a couple things. I know the folks want to hear how you felt about spring this year, how your development from the offseason. I know this is phase 2. You just completed that. We'll talk about some other things. But how do you feel the progress of your football team? How do you feel the winter workouts? And how do you feel like spring practice went?
Yeah, I tell you, I was most proud. We had all those old guys come back, right? Sometimes they can come off the gas. I've been around where they kind of, we're coming back for our last year. And these guys stepped on the gas. They worked harder than they ever had, and they poured in to their own craft, but also to the young guys. It was great to see. There was always guys coaching guys out there. So we got a lot better in a lot of areas, starting in the winter. That phase 1, those early morning workouts. Just really proud of the staff, the players, everything that happened in these first 2 phases.
Yeah. As far as your development with your offensive line and your D-line, obviously you had some big impacts with the portal, but that's where you kind of notice, at least me, I'm in the weight room quite a bit.
We look different.
Hey, don't I look different, right?
You're doing a band workout like I am.
But no, you look different. What can you say about the particularly offensive line? I thought we ran the ball really well today. I know you guys do some, basic things on defense, but you still have to knock them off the ball and create some holes.
Yeah, we've got. That's what everybody wants to talk about the wide receivers, and I love talking about it because that group flipped the script. But our offensive line got better as the season went. It was critical to our success down the stretch, and that has carried over to the winter and the spring. Coach Crook, Coach Davis, they're doing a fantastic job with that group. We had all those guys back. Yeah. And then we got some guys that are second-year players that are developing in the program. They're going to add some depth finally. So I like where the group's at. We need phase 3, which is the summer. We need phase 4, which is preseason camp. We keep that line, that trajectory of improvement, we'll be in a good place, I think.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this. I know it's to manage your roster. I mean, who'd ever thought this a few years ago, right, with NIL and the portal? And I will say this, and as I've spoke to a lot of groups, you've done a tremendous job in navigating this phase of college football in this part. And it goes
I'm looking for some wood to knock on.
Yeah. Well, because the portal's getting ready to come back.
Exactly, that's why I need that wood.
What can you say is the importance of the NIL and what these folks have been doing and the collective, what Kelly's been doing, but the importance of that right now in college football and for our success here at Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I think you can just look out on the field, the impact that those guys that we've recruited out of the transfer portal. And I'm going to say this because it's really important to me. We don't take anybody here at Virginia Tech that's just interested in the money. No, guys don't stay here just because of the money. We're not outbidding anybody, but we are competitive. We have to be. I want our guys to make as much money as they can off their name, their image, and their likeness. But these guys, it's a necessity in today's times. It's the wild, wild west right now. I mean, there's very little regulation around. And at this point, we've been able to be competitive to do what we need to do. I don't know what these next 2 weeks, I don't know what that's going to look like, to be honest. I feel like we're in a great place. Our guys love being here. I mean, obviously, how could you not? But at the same time, you know, there's schools out there that are just trying to buy guys. There really is. And you know, we got to be competitive. We got to be able to step up to the plate. Kelly Woolwine, Triumph have been outstanding. We got out front on this thing.
And that goes back to you all and you guys knowing that this is a special place, and Brent's done a tremendous job. I see it every day and how he treats the guys, and it's a brotherhood, it's a family, and you got to sell that, but you got to live it every day. And Brent's a great example of that. I know we only got a little bit of time, but how important is the development of Cairo, his leadership? You know, I've gotten to know him. What a great young man. I met Kevin, his father, last night, and couldn't brag about Kai enough. But I see him, the impact he's making on his teammates, not just offensively, but the defensive guys as well. You know, when you have that guy that is that leader that can be a game changer, he does make an impact in so many different ways. What can you say about his continued development?
I'm not sure there's somebody more respected than Kyron on our team. And he went about it quietly, and he earned it. You know, you love when you see that happen. He's stepping out front a little bit more. I'm putting him out in front a little bit more. He's improving his own game. He's working on his craft, some things that we felt like he could do better. But I love that he's our quarterback here at Virginia Tech. I think he fits our place. You know, he fits our team, our culture, and he's awfully talented.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to finish with this. And I know you guys, I mean, you're building the program with the footprint of Virginia. I know one of the few things you've asked of me is when we first met, you know, when he came back, but what do we need to do to get back? I said, first we've got to recruit Virginia. We got to get back and get in those schools. We got to know the principals. We got to know the guidance counselors. We got to know the ADs besides the coaches and the players. And you've done that. But you have added some great portal guys. I know this year was critical for us. I know Kai's that guy, but from a defensive standpoint, you've added really, 4 guys, 3 interior guys, and a middle linebacker. How is their spring gone? I know they're mature guys. How's them, you know, their impact and their impact on the players around them?
Yeah, I would say that, you know, we lost 3 defensive tackles to graduation that really had nice seasons for us last year. And we went to the portal because we needed some older guys. It's hard to play a freshman at D tackle. It's hard to play a second-year player. And, you know, when you lose 3 in one class, so we went to the portal looking for 2 and found 3. One of them was an all-ACC guy that we knew a ton about. Derek Jones, our corner coach, had recruited him. And it got into a very competitive recruiting battle with Duke. Their new head coach went public on social media, their fan base. I mean, we were all pouring into Aeneas and his family and his recruitment. And then, of course, Kelvin Gilliam. You know, I love this about the guys that we take from the transfer portal. Either they're from Virginia, played college ball in Virginia, or they played for somebody that we know and trust very well. Guys that are going to be right for our locker room and check the box for the talent and the productivity that we need. So all 3 of those tackles have done that, and I'm very excited about our middle linebacker, Sam Brumfield, that came in.
Well, I said that was going to be the last question. I got one more.
Yeah, come on.
I know you know, because we did the same, we got the same model about the fences. How important is this summer going to be as far as your continued growth and development as you gear towards an exciting, and high expectations for this upcoming season?
Yeah, I think something I learned from you, bud. I mean, these guys, the mentality in the summer, we have got to have the best summer that we've had. That's from top to bottom. We've got to identify weaknesses coming out of spring. We've got guys that got to get bigger, guys that got to get stronger, guys that got to get faster, guys that got to learn their position better. We got to keep growing as coaches. But summer's, you know, every time I get excited, I get angst real quick about everything we got to do to make sure we can, be the team we can be.
Well, I know these next couple of weeks are going to be important with the portal. Hopefully, that's where your job, it changes maybe than what head coaches have been in the past.
Well, I meet with each and every player the next 2 weeks. And the last question I ask them all is, do you like it here? And part of that's the portal. And part of that's because I want to know. And I'm going to be honest. All but 4 or 5 of them, it's, Coach, I don't just like it here, I love it here. You know, and it's not just football, it's everybody. It's this community, it's this university, it's They just have a great experience here. That's why we had 100 lettermen out here. They love coming back.
Is there one thing you want to say?
I just appreciate everybody.
Yeah,
I
Coach.
want you to know we are doing this the right way. We're not compromising what's right for Virginia Tech because of the transfer portal on NIL. We're not. We're not going to do it that way.
All right, Coach, one more thing. So you guys know the number one element, the biggest contributor to NIL at Virginia Tech is Coach Pry and his staff. The culture and buy-in that those guys create and how hard they work to build and sell this program keeps us from having to pay a fortune to kids just to get them to stay here. They stay because of the work that Coach Pry and his staff are doing. So I want to thank you on behalf of Triumph NIL, Hokie Nation, the fans of Virginia Tech. Great job, Coach. Thank you. And thank you guys for coming out and supporting us. That doesn't mean we don't need you too. TriumphNIL.com, the Hokie way. We need you.
Yeah, it's all of us. And let me tell you, this is a team. And Kelly and Triumph and the Hokie way are part of this team. And so can all of you be. We need it. We got to pour in. We got a great opportunity right now with this football program. So we can't just cruise along. We got to step on the gas and make sure we go where we need to go. Okay? Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
Coach. Thank you guys for coming out.